Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. And this week's episode, we're going to be finally doing our arrow build. Have a couple days off today and decided to go to Bass Pro Shops and to get some stuff. So got the NAP twisters, got the G5 Mega Meats. Really excited about this broadhead this year. I'm going to be trying this broadhead out this year and see what I can do. And then got Nocturnal Knox. So just sit back, relax, and welcome to another episode of Michigan Boneheads Outdoors. Let's get it. So the type of arrow that I'm shooting, guys, is going to be the Carbon Express Terminators. Probably about 350 spine, probably about 28 inches long. I got a 28-inch draw length. What I'm going to be doing is actually, because I have the twisters, I'm just going to be taking these fletchings off. There's really nothing wrong with these fletchings. It's just I don't like them. And so I'm just going to be taking these off. Like I said, redoing the knock, and like I said, getting the broadhead on there. So it's going to be a pretty fun build, and hopefully this can help you build your arrows as well. So how I go about, guys, taking the fletchings off is just pretty standard. I take just like a regular kitchen knife. The one thing with carbon, you don't want to cut into the carbon. You want to cut away from, you don't want to fray it. So like what I just did right there, I mean, they just pop right off and there's really no glue access. So what I do is I take that, lean it, push it away, and then blam, they just come right off. So we're going to be doing that for all the arrows. I got like 5 arrows that I got to do for that, and then we'll get into putting the twisters on. So I finally got all the fletchings off. There's a little bit of glue access. I mean, you can use some glue thinner and stuff like that to get the rest of the glue off. But what I do is I kind of tilt the blade, and like I said, you don't want to cut into the carbon. But this is what I kind of do, is just kind of rotate it while I do it, and it kind of gets all the, as you can see, the little fuzzies, it gets all the glue access off. So that's usually what I do. I know that there's a lot better methods in doing this, but you know, you got to improvise. So that's how I get the rest of the excess of the glue off. Simple as pie. I feel like this is a good time to explain why I shoot Carbon Express, is because I've been shooting Carbon Express for, as long as I've been bow hunting, and these arrows I got for $7 a piece at Academy. I don't really go out of my way and buy $150 arrows for like a 6-pack, especially with Carbon Express. Carbon Express, they make really good stuff. Like I said, I've been shooting these Carbon Express for years and never had a problem with them. I remember even when, maybe you guys too remember when Carbon Express was even in Walmart and you could pick these up for like $5 or $6. That's usually what I do. So kind of a shout out for Carbon Express. They make really good arrows, real quality product, and relatively cheap. So like I said, that's why I shoot Carbon Expresses. Okay, all the arrows are done, got all the fletchings off, and we're going to be going to the next step, and that is to put your twisters on. They do have directions on the back, but I'm going to show you how to do it. It's relatively easy. I don't know if you guys played football, but it's kind of like boiling a pot of water to put your mouthpiece in. That's kind of something that It's kind of like the same thing with these. That's what we're going to be doing, is boiling a pot of water, and what you do is you dip them in, and they just shrink wrap. So that is the next step. So like I said, you get your pot of water, in there. I probably go to probably about half to 3/4 full. Because like I said, you really want to make sure that that fletching is submerged, and a little bit of part of it's still hanging onto the shaft. That's what you want it to be submerged underneath the water as well. So right about there. So like I said, we're going to be putting this over here in the stove, and we're going to go to that much heat, probably about 7.5, 8. Like I said, you really want this water to be kind of boiling. And since we're waiting for our water to be boiling, we're going to be opening up the Mega Meats. I'm really excited about this broadhead, guys. I mean, look at the size of that. That's an actual wound channel, 2-inch cut. That's the main reason why I actually switched. So, it's like I said, I wanted a bigger channel and a bigger cut. So, let's go find some scissors. Damn it, where's some scissors? Cut this bad boy open. And another cool thing too is that it comes with a practice book tip. You can actually buy these tips on Amazon, and I think they come with like a 3-pack or a 6-pack. I'm pretty sure it's a 3-pack for like $20. So instead of buying the 50 to 60 and just get one, you can actually go on Amazon and you can actually buy these in bulk if you really want to dial in your bow instead of shooting these. And I highly recommend you do that, because this is a lot cheaper than buying this. This is almost like $60. Like I said, you get 3 of these for $20. So you do the math. I love G5, but they give you a sticker in the package. Well, my G5's cut off, so I can't even use the sticker. You know, us guys, we're real simple people. I mean, we'll spend all this money, but if we get a free sticker, it feels like we accomplished something. So, well, that's kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. All right, y'all. Here's the broadhead right here. Really, really sharp. Really, really sharp broadhead. Let's see if we can get that into focus there. I mean, this thing is massive. Look at that. That is really, really deadly. That's insane. A lot of people don't know that G5 is actually made out of Michigan. Like I said, I am a Michigan boy and born and raised, so I have to represent my state. But this is, like I said, this is not the reason why I'm switching. I'm switching because of that. Look at the size of that cut. That's just nuts. That's just nuts. Like I said, guys, on the back of the nock part of the arrow, like I said, I go to nocturnal shifts. What I like about these is, like I said, I did a couple videos before. They come in different sizes, so they can fit different size shafts. And I'm going to go with the red. I do have the green. I have the strobe. This is going to be my first time doing the red. In my personal opinion, I like the green more than the strobe. The green is obviously a lot brighter. But I'm going to be putting these on once we get done with our quick fletchings. You know, you don't put these on and then dip them in the water. Don't do that. I know everybody's looking at me, yeah, that's common sense, but I just got to put that out there. You know, just don't put those nocks on and then dip them in the water, because you'll destroy these little nocks. And like I said, these are the 2-pack. I know goes for $20. The 3-pack I feel goes for 25 or 30 bucks. Like I said, I got 5 arrows, so I got 5 knocks. So, like I said, don't put them in the water. Okay, so it's fletch time. So here we are. So what they look like. Okay. And what you do, put them over like a sock and just go to that fletch line. Don't do what I just did and put them on backwards. That's what it's going to be kind of looking like. What I do is what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to grab my broadhead, and I kind of want to make it sure that it's, I like to have my fletchings lined up with my broadheads. So, you know, blade with fletch, you know, stuff like that. I kind of don't like it off-centered. Kind of have OCD a little bit, but not bad. But that's kind of like, that's just kind of like my go-to. Twisting them on. They don't have to be snug right now because, like I said, I just want to line up the fletchings with the broadhead, and that looks pretty much right where I want it to be. So I'm going to be doing this for all 5 of them, and then get them ready, and then we'll dip them in the water. So like I said, I want to line this up with my broadhead here. Okay, that's pretty much lined up there. Okay, and then here we go. As you can see, the water's starting to boil. So what I do is just go down in there, twist it around a couple of times, then bring it out. Boom, it's done. See how it just shrunk wrap to the actual shaft. That's what you want right there. There you go. And then here we are, guys. We're all done. Got all of our arrows ready. What's cool about the quick fletch, you get 6 of them. As you can see, I have 5 arrows. I do have 1 extra over there, but you can get these fletching kit, this fletching kit that I have, 6 of these for, I think I paid 20 bucks, 17 or 20 bucks. And like I said, you get 6. And these are really, really durable. I shot these for going on a couple years now. Anything NAP, as you know, guys, as well as I do, that this is a really, really good product here. So, like I said, you get 6 of them for like 20 bucks. You get 6 wraps. So highly recommend these quick fletches. So the next stuff, guys, is putting on the nocks. Let them, what I do is I just let my quick fletch here just kind of cool down for a couple minutes. You just don't want to do it right out because you never know. I just like to have just stuff just be able to set and cool down. So now the part is to remove the old nock to put the new nock in. So that's the next step. Is all you have to do is, sometimes these are pretty hard to get off, but sometimes they pop out. Me, I'm a 90s baby, so we use our teeth on everything. So like I said, now it's time to start pulling the nocks off. And it's up to you guys on what you want to do. If you want to throw the old nocks away, me, I kind of hang on to them. I like little spare parts in my bow case. You know, if somebody needs another nock or something like that, or if something goes wrong, I can put these back on while I'm up hunting. So I hang on to mine, but you can do whatever you want with yours. So, and now we're going to open the nocturnals. Just be careful opening these package, guys, because there is like a little bit of parts in here that could go anywhere. You know, especially what I'm doing is doing this on the counter. You know, don't want to lose any parts, because that would not be good. So the next part is trying to figure out what insert fits the best in the shaft of your arrow. So I go with These little black ones right here. These ones fit the best. And just so you know, guys, once they're in here, there's no getting them out. So just make sure that this is the right size, because if it's not, I mean, you just kind of just wasted an arrow. So just make sure that these are the right ones for your arrow setup. Okay. And there we are, guys. Look how bright that is, huh? That is what nocturnals do for you right there. Like I said, the camera doesn't do it justice, but that is very, very bright. Really, really happy with the color. Still thinking that the green might be brighter, but like I said, I don't know until I shoot them. So we're gonna wait for that. But like I said, guys, I'm really, really loving this setup here. So like I said, guys, the final product here, like I said, we have the NAP Quick Fletch shrink wraps with the red nocturnals. 0.246 is what it fits, which seems like it's going to fit pretty good if the Carbon Express Terminator arrow shaft. And then boom, we got the G5 Mega Meats. I mean, look at this, you guys. Look at the pure devastation on that broadhead. I mean, come on. And what's, like I said, what everybody's talking about now, I can actually see, boom. I mean, they just snap in so perfectly and so easy. Razor sharp, very aerodynamic. So you're able to get longer shots with this. Me personally, I haven't had any shots over 30 yards. I am a ground hunter, so I like the close, combat hand to hand type of hunt. But this is going to be awesome. This is a nice setup. Can't wait to try it out in the woods this year. So that's what I'm running, guys, for the 2020-25 season. So if you can, guys, if you like what you're hearing and seeing, just subscribe to the channel. We're really growing pretty good here, and we really want you to be part of our Michigan Boneheads family. So please just give me a subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. And remember, always keep bringing traditions back home. Later, guys.